Tell me which of your ships I should play. The Lazy Boy. Do it. Okay. All right. We'll do We Titans Lazy Boy to start out the day. By the way, have I mentioned I'm so happy to be here and hang out with you all. I know it's been a long time. But I'm so happy to be streaming and hanging out with all you wonderful people. I'll tell you, every time my car breaks down, I like have an existential crisis. Like, I'm going to have to spend all this money on my car. It's a piece of crap. I should get a new car, but I can't afford it. Do I need to quit streaming so I can get a real job and be able to afford to have money to do all this stuff? But it's always nice to be back here with you all. No Twitch stings this week. You know what? I've actually thought about that forecast. Now that with my new setup, Twitch stings would actually be better because everything would be lined up better, and I wouldn't have to worry about all the synchronization issues before. But no, I just have to worry about not having a voice. So, all right, the Lazy Boy. Let's do it. Of course you're happy to be here with you. Why wouldn't I be happy to be with you, lovely people? So what's the Lazy Boy? I know We Titans likes to create ships that are they're not visually different. They're just, okay. I think it's this one. Big mood. The lowest moment in my life was when my car broke down after being kicked out of a friend's place with nowhere else to go. Yeah. I'll tell you, when I was, wow, look at that drone power. When I was driving to Texarkana in a rental car and like being in such a much nicer car than my normal car that I would have, I was like, God, I should change my life. All right, so this is a boarding kind of setup. Defense scrambler, drone recovery arm, which doesn't work with these drones, by the way. A bunch of ion weapons. All right, let's see what the lackadaisical boy will do here. 2 NGs. Full drone power. Let's go. I swear cars are sentient sometimes. Even though your parents are abusive Fs, my dad can't let me starve and be actually homeless. Okay, yikes. That's scary. I only have 20 drone parts for this. Only 20 drone parts? Okay. You're trying to leave immediately. So we're gonna double. Okay, good. That got them to no longer be doing their thing. Okay. No heal bay, that's fine. They're gonna run out and try to. Okay, all right. If he runs out of O2, he's gonna go back into the piloting, which is kind of bad for us. Because he might actually run. I wonder if stunning. I wonder if I were to ion stun the piloting. Does stunning a pilot stop it from charging? I'm not actually sure. There we go. Okay, we got there. Defense drone. Well, there's something drone recovery arm works with. You thought the arm worked on these drones? No. Arm only works on external defensive drones and offensive drones. No internal drones, as far as I know. What's up, Biohazard? How are you doing? Oh, your life is difficult? Let me just break down on you. That's what a car says. Oh, you're having a rough time? Let me just cost you an extra $500. How's that make you feel? You want to be kicked while you're down? I'll kick you right in the anus hole. The Randhead ship easily took 3 times as long just as a layout mod. Yeah, holy crap. Okay. Wow, I have double ions plus a combat drone now. I think because I can't kill auto scout. Well, I can, but it takes forever. So I'm gonna have my combat drone. You know what? I'm gonna remove both ion intruder drones and have a defense and a combat drone. So we have missile defense and a way to kill auto scouts now. All right. Biohazard sometimes mods weapons, mostly modifying and recoloring uses 2 weapons. So many drone options. We do have a lot of drone options, that is for sure. Options. Your car breaking down that night was the moment you had to change your outlook on life from. What did I do to deserve this? 2 things happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens for a reason you can control. Boarding drones are boss versions. Don't sell them. Okay. I won't sell. Yeah, they're the level. They're the 2 power ones. I'll definitely keep those. This might actually be my final setup. Maybe upgrade combat drones or something. Let's get value point in shields in case we get free shield hack. Is it possible to give weapons or drones more damage, like making a beam drone, a glaive beam drone? Yes, that is possible, Queen Fox. We've played mods like that. Absolutely possible. We will still try to use double boarding drones, though, because it's crew kills. And crew kills are fun and lucrative. Okay. No fire in the heal bay, thankfully. Okay. No dodges yet either. Great if we could maybe get a dodge or two here. We're not. Let's at least give ourselves a chance to dodge here. Let's not ion stun our own dudes. Hey, free crew member. Beautiful. Dangler, welcome aboard. Dirk Dangler. MD. For drones, you need to modify the drone weapon blueprint in the drone to have said weapon. Interesting. To do that. Cool. And that's something you can't do in Superluminal, right? You have to actually get into like the notepad files or the FTL DAT files or something like that to do that. Do I want you on shields or do I want you on weapons? I think for now I'm going to put you on weapons. As soon as we get somebody who's not a Zoltan, we will move you back to shields. For now, let us get our second shield. And we're looking pretty good. We got missile defense and we got shields. Used to be very spiritual into Wiccan stuff until that day. Then you had to realize that even if there are deities out there, A gave my chosen ones too much control. Especially if there are gods, you didn't want to give them your love because they weren't giving it back. That's, you know, I thought I was having an existential crisis. That's a true religious existential crisis right there. Want to get level 2 pilot and go in the nebula? You know what? Sure, why not? Somebody actually asked me today or probably a week ago, but I finally answered today. Is it really worth upgrading subsystems early? And my answer is usually not. However, my one exception is I will often get early piloting because if I'm going into an early nebula, getting a free drone part or weapon or whatever random stuff you can get here can be really good. I have the missile defense. Let's use it because we have the drone recovery on for this. Thought about this like 4 days ago, but this is the only chat that anybody would have the answers to. Yeah, I guess that's true. Although if you ask that question on like any of my, well, let's say on my YouTube things, but probably not. You could ask that on Farbs. Well, are there many modders? I don't know. I know Slow Rider X-Core sometimes streams. I don't know if there's any regular streamers who do a lot of modding. Maybe, or work with mods very often. Maybe Scott Onesie Wilson, possibly. Oh, we are on Wee Titans 9. You want to be the Zoltan? Sure thing, Wee Titans. Your ship. It's yours to go down with. Wee Titans 9. Are we on 9? I think we might be on 10, but we'll do 9. You could probably just go on the FTL Discord. That's true. The FTL Discord would be a really good resource too. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this has actually been a very good Sector 1 here. Your first upgrade is always doors because F borders. Oh, damn. That was, I think you need sensors for that one or something. That was a crappy quest. Sure, I'm glad I did that. Explore. All right. Free fuel. Wasn't free 5 hull damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to get into the XML part to do things like modifying drones and weapons. Yeah. All right, you have a flak, sir. Okay, we'll double board you and try to take out your weapons. You have Clone Bay as well. You have a flak. Wow, that's a lot of running around there. We get a Doge. We got a Doge. Not bad. They actually boarded in the perfect room, though. Taking out the Clone Bay first is exactly... No, why did you move? I just said you did well, and then you like immediately go, oh, you want us to be here? Let's move out of here. You stupid guys. Hopefully we can keep that down. Hey, Sir Thunder with a Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the randoms, my friend. Hey, nice. We ioned their drone control long enough. That actually worked. I mean, their clone bay long enough. That's great. F, Mary, kill, potatoes, rice, pasta. Okay, Max Esther, I don't know what that means. Some guy, you were the NG. Absolutely. How are you doing, some guy? Which one? We'll make you pilot NG for now. 0013, a fellow modder. All the modders will be friggin' crew members today. The only meaning your life has is that which I give it, and for me, living a life with more pleasure than pain is the only meaning you think any of us have. Doing something to help others brings you pleasure and wonderful, but in and of itself doesn't mean anything, in your opinion. Okay. Do I care about this? No, I need my fuel. Well, you know, it's good that you have a life mantra or meaning or something. I don't usually go that deep into it. I'm more about, well, I guess I kind of do that because for me, it's like I just want to, I guess it's kind of similar in what you're saying in that I want to have more pleasure than pain, but it's more like I want what I do to have meaning and be enjoyable to me. Like I don't think I could ever make a living having a job where I'm in an office cubicle all day. I had one summer where I had a job that kind of was like that, and I was miserable. The good thing is while I was doing that, I was also in an opera, so I kind of had some enjoyable stuff going on. But if I sit in front of a computer hours and hours on Twitch, but it's doing something I enjoy. If I had to sit in front of a cubicle working on spreadsheets or something all day, I would probably go crazy. So that's even though I don't make a lot of money, my fulfillment is doing what I love. So okay, peacefully. Hey, that's another NG. Beautiful. All right, so you're gonna be on weapons. Let's result in be on shields. If I'm the pilot, I make no guarantees for improving the dodge chance. Okay. All right, I'll just blame you for everything. No worries. Mantis Control or Uncharted Nebula. I don't have long-range scanners, right? No, but I have... Wow, okay. Holy crap, I have a full inventory. Do I want to use my hull laser or do I want to go double ions? Actually, don't know. Heavy ion's pretty terrible. So probably hull laser 1 over heavy ion is just 100% upgrade. Let's go Nebula. Like I said, hedonism and nihilism. Life is meaningless inherently, so do what makes your life enjoyable. Otherwise, you spent your life in pain. And how is that worth more than being dead? Yikes. This ship looks weird. That's a lot of drone slots. Yep, this is a modded ship from Wii Titans. All right. There's a combat 2. Heavy laser 2. There's a pre-igniter. Wow, what a store. All right, I think I'm just going to get rid of the ion intruder drones, even though that's probably not as intended for your ship. Sorry. I need fuel, so let's buy all 4 fuel. Man, if I want hull laser 1 plus heavy laser 2 and pre-igniter, could I afford all that? If I sold this, that would put me at 179, 120. I definitely want to do this. Problem is I can't get the heavy ion now. Do I care about drone recovery arm or defense scrambler? You know what? I think I don't care about defense scrambler. Drone recovery arm can be useful, especially if we get hull repair drone. So if I sell that, I can get the heavy laser. Can't get it online, but I want to have this. I want to have it, though. Your thoughts don't help everyone, but they help you keep things in perspective. Feel like you have as much control over your life as one really can. The control of your life is an illusion for the most part. Okay. You sound pretty, what's the word? Like you have a little bit of a pessimistic view on life. I feel like the older I get, the more, kind of the more negative I sometimes get, and that's something I've been trying to improve. I want to try to be somehow more positive, and that can be hard. I find I'm most negative when I'm driving. I'm like, all you people are stupid, and I hate you all, and why are you so bad at everything? You know, and I'm like, I need to be more positive in my life. External locus of control. What? Could be argued that something as simple as your choice of breakfast is predetermined by the structure of your brain. Yeah, that's the whole that deterministic versus something else thing. I've read some books that talk about that kind of stuff. If you're a maintenance engineer by trade, you understand how you're supposed to pilot, but it doesn't mean that I'll be smooth. All right, some guy. I'm glad you're telling me these things. Otherwise, I don't know what I would do. All right, let's just double board drone here. We'll basically use our drone parts while it's feel like useful for our boarding, or will be lucrative, or be successful at getting crew kills. But I probably won't go below 10 drone parts because I want to keep my defense drones up. Did I ever tell you the definition of insanity? Yeah, well, at least it's the one I've always heard, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome, right? You wouldn't say it's pessimistic. If anything, it's optimism brought on by realization that you have perspective on what your life is really worth. All right. Well, if you consider it optimistic, that's great. External locus of control is the tendency to view life as outside of your control. Ah, okay, Big Chongli, gotcha. These are like philosophical discussions, I feel like, that I usually kind of bad at. This chat is getting existential. That's right, it sure is. Right, you have a heal bay and a board and teleporting. So, okay. Let's go ahead and get some help over here. Don't I have pre-igniter? Why would this not? Oh, because it wasn't powered. That's why it wasn't pre-ignited. Okay. Okay. I'll use one boarding drone. This guy's going to be low. I'm hoping he will board in the heal bay. He did not. Why did he... Why was he... What? Why is my border drone stunned? I am very confused by that. That was very weird. He arrived stunned, too, which is a weird thing. Alright, one more boarding drone. We're gonna... Oh, they boarded me! Okay. Okay, I was not expecting that. Alright, you get on doors. You go heal. He did it again! Why are they... What the hell? Is that because they're the boss drones? I am so confused. Oh, jeez. I have no idea why my drones were both stunned when they arrived. Does anybody know what caused that? Oh, we got a human. Great. Just what I always wanted. Filthy human. Okay, do you need healed? Vincent, how are you not fully healed? They're just handing you loads of free stuff. They are kind of handing me loads of free stuff. Alright, let's put you on weapons and you on doors here. Ultimately, you have no control, but your actions can influence the probability of things happening to a degree. Like I could get hit by a bus, but I can decrease the chance of that by looking both ways. Okay. One of the things that helped me was reading the Nihilist's Guide to Meaning. Interesting. Each minor adjustment can add up over time. You tend to stay away from other nihilist discussion areas. Most tend to be really downers, struggling to find meaning because of it rather than finding the concept freeing. Okay. Because it was a nebula that I was getting stunned? I don't know. That was weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's get a bunch of jumps before the store. I can almost get the heavy laser online. Actually, I could if I went to the store and sold something, maybe? Alright, I kind of want to save my drone parts now, so I'm going to just start... That is not what I meant to do. That was the wrong button. Oops. They're going to go into my heal bay, eh? Just let them in there. NG versus Mantis, but in a heal bay. Hey, what's up, Emzuz? Hope my gigs have been going well. They have, but my car broke down again. I talked about it at the beginning of the stream, so it's been an up and down kind of week. Gigs going well, and me being sad because my car just keeps making my life a little bit more difficult. Not going easy on me, making me earn my paychecks that I'm then immediately spending on car repairs. Are we going to see a very Randy Christmas 2 this year on sale? What would that be? I feel like because of what Randy means in the UK, that would probably not be allowed on Twitch. Nihilist Guide to Meaning is pretty positive, actually. It's about recognizing that meaning comes from connecting your life to other people. God, I feel like if I read that, that would be pretty depressing because of how much time I do not spend with other people. Unless you count interactions on Twitch as other people. Holy crap, another free crew. That is the 4th free crew I've gotten this run. Jeez. That's actually kind of amazing. Honestly, you've never been happier. Life is stressful because you're trying to save to make a major life change, but otherwise things are pretty decent. That's good to hear. We Titans. Glad to hear that. Okay. Auto fire. I guess I'm a person. Maybe I'll check back with you on that. Don't lie. You're all robots. We all know that it's just Twitch is just full of, robots that get me so many views, and that's why I'm so rich and famous. Except for that whole rich and famous part. Oh no, I'm sure it has, buddy. I'm there with you. What? I am spending time with you. That's true. Sadly, there's probably been research on this, and I think I read something about this. I think I read something about with how much time people are spending online, they are not getting the social fulfillment that humans normally need. So, like when you read about, streamers who stream for hours and hours and then just keel over and die, or, commit suicide or something, they think a contributing factor could be the amount of time they spend online, not having real social interactions. I don't know. Randy should look into it. Even if you don't like it in the end, it could at least provide you another perspective. You can send me a PM on Twitch, and I can maybe look up that book. I mean, I love to read. I don't like a lot of self-help things and things that get too crazy, but I might find that interesting. It's the fight of the century. This Sunday, watch the dreaded Mantis fight the fragile Angela in a heel bay. Tickets pay for the whole seat, but you'll need the edge. Nice, Queen Fa. You only need the edge of your seat. Alright, let's do that. Let's sell this crappy ion stunner. I mean, it was an amazing ion stunner. It carried us all this way. Now we have pre-ignited whole laser 1 plus heavy laser 2, which is not a bad little weapon system. Backup battery. I don't want to sell the boarding drones, but I don't know how useful they will be for the rest of this run since they use up drone parts and you didn't give me enough drone parts to keep using them. Okay, you have a missile. Let's get a defense drone, and we got this pre-ignited, so we're going to do this. Beautiful. Hope your life's improving. Sounds like you're taking control, so that's good. I know what you mean about nihilism, but in my experience, it's good to seek a wider, less solipsistic philosophical focus. Wow, I wish I knew what those words meant. Alright, so I guess he didn't get his hacking through. That was some cool special big words y'all just used. I think that's true to a point, but all depending on how you do your online social interactions. Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, it also depends on how much time you do it. I mean, I spend a lot of time on Twitch and online, but not as much as probably other people do. Because, I'm not a full-time streamer. Well, not a full-time streamer. Not an overtime full-time streamer, so I spend a lot of time singing and interacting with other people in other ways. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even when I do my Lyft and Uber driving, as much as I don't like it, I feel like there's some value in just going out there and interacting with other people. Interacting with other human beings that I would normally not interact with. You have very high social requirements, being very much an extrovert, so you go out for face-to-face interactions often. See, and that's the thing, I don't, and I wish I did. And I did more when I was in high school and college because it's easier. But I swear, the older you get, if you're not married, it can be very hard to manufacture social gatherings, if that makes sense. Like, I never go out and hang out with friends. Hardly ever. Very occasionally. It's like the few times I go down and visit my brother and maybe hang out with other people. It's just, it's hard when you're single and not in college or have a real job. I think one of the things might have been about how tough it is for streamers, because it's hard for streamers because you're not going to hang out with people at work because the people you work with are living across the world and you're not really working with them. You're just entertaining them and stuff. All right, we're not doing that. We can lose crew. You have, let's see. If we can get like 3 comment drones, that would be hilarious. That would be pretty awesome, actually, if we could. From a reasonable person's view, not a hooker, okay. You meant hedonism in the ancient Greek tradition. Okay. I mean, we get this drone part back anyway. We'll do that. You know what you mean? A lot of your friends from high school are married. Hard being single when your friends are married, yeah. And I mean, it's not like I resent anybody for being married. It's more like I wish I had that social connection myself. But it's hard. You know, everybody's got their own relationship issues, and mine is usually that I am such an introvert, spend so much time at home, and then on top of it, I'm shy when I do go out. So it's a hard combination to overcome to make new friends and find, you know, other people to socially interact with, basically. Okay. All right, you can't get through my shields, so we're safe. The way you'll find people, Rand, is to find groups locally that have similar hobbies as you. Yeah, I've actually started doing a little bit of that. Like meetup.com is pretty useful. And I did go out a couple weeks ago or a month ago to one. It was pretty good, but what's funny about that is if I go hang out with gamers, surprise, surprise, some of them are even more awkward than I am. So the group that my brother found down in the Waco area, I have had a lot of fun with hanging out. So I'm planning on doing more hangouts with them. The problem is I have to drive an hour and a half to get there. But yeah, finding a group is a good way to do it. And I'm doing better about slowly doing that. It's hard this time of year because I'm so busy with other stuff, but I am slowly branching out to find some more social ways to get out there. Would you not count all of us as coworkers, Rand? No, you would be. What would the viewers of a stream be considered in a work environment? You would be my clients because I'm entertaining you and you're paying me, kind of. You are all my clients. Alcohol is the only way you found to overcome your shyness, unless you meet someone with a shared nerdy hobby. Yeah, and I'm not a drinker at all. I don't like the taste, and I don't like the way it makes me feel, so I just don't drink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I can't hit both of those and hit the store. D&D groups are also great. There's a place that runs games. Yes, that's actually the group that my brother found. They do some of that stuff, and I've hung out with them a couple times. I've only done like karaoke and stuff with them, but they do a D&D thing as well. Problem is, again, they're pretty far away from me. Wow, this guy's weapons are insanely good. I surrender. You're dead. So again, I am slowly branching out to get some more social interactions with people that have similar interests as I do. Alcohol plus D&D is a great combo. Having a hobby to discuss will help break the shyness. I know. What's my local population? I live in Dallas, so there's millions here. So Rand, we are your clients and you are servicing us. That's right. Giggity giggity. That's why it's the Randy stream. What's my local population? Me? Find a local group. Well, that's the one that I said that was really awkward, We Titans, was the local group that I found. So I'm going to have to do more digging around for that. Do I want a flak? I do want that over a whole laser 1, yes. So I keep, like, slightly upgrading my weapons, but not by a lot. Have I always had these emergency respirators? When did I get these? I don't need you. Why do I have you? I don't know. Okay, so we're going to sell whole laser 1, get flak 1, and then I want to get some dodge, but I think I want to get hacking and some fuel here. There is no hacking. How many system slots do I have? 2. Do I get mind control? Mind control and hacking? My 2 systems? I think I'm cool with that. 1, 2, 3. Get some dodge here. Okay. If you don't like alcohol and you're an introvert, then it's pretty tough. Yep. But I kind of consider myself, I don't know if I'm an extroverted introvert. I think I'm a true introvert. However, I'm an introvert that's good at social interactions. Like if there are people who will break the ice with me, I can interact fine. I can have conversations and have a good time. 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'm tough about is the initial getting over the fact that I don't know you kind of thing. So that's my big challenge. There's another combat drone if we want to do something like that. I'd have to sell my boarding drones for that. And We Titans told me not to sell them, so I'm going to do what We Titans tells me and not sell them. You join up with cycling groups, D&D groups, PGH, active singles, tech meetups. Meetup has been great for me as a single adult to find groups. Nice. For servicing, I'm not getting paid as much as servicing on the corner. That's true. Ship seems like a great candidate for a flak, too, if you can find. Yeah. You can push through the awkward. You can find people, and if you don't, then oh well. Yeah, I know. I'm an introvert that loves to get trashed at bars, so you're always in a panic before you actually start drinking. Wow. Wow, an introvert that likes to get trashed at bars. Problem with servicing on the corner is that daddy always takes their cut. All right. Demand information on stolen technology. Of course. All right, so great. So I can't get the actual NG quest because I would be... It'd only be a single dive. Actually, no, it'd be like a triple dive, so I can't do that. Thanks, game. Thanks for putting that in the exact wrong location. Love it. Problem is that you don't care what you're thinking. Why would you? And Renus with the typical... There's a pessimist right there. Pessimistic answer. My life sucks and nobody loves me. Alright, I need sensors actually. Alright. Well, some crappy non-hits there. I'd rather Daddy Rand take his cut than getting cut by Daddy. Okay. Demand information. Kill him. Because I can't get this quest anyway. So was Twitch Rand's pimp? Yes. That is... Basically, Twitch is Rand's pimp. That's right. And you are all my clients that I'm servicing. Oh my god. This is amazing. Twitch is the world's largest online pimp. I feel like YouTube would be a larger pimp, right? That's how we're looking at things. Alright, what do we got? I have bought fuel, so I don't really need that anymore. Zoltan Homeworlds, alright, maybe we can get a Zoltan Shield after NG Homeworlds that gave us a quest we couldn't complete, which kind of sucks. And just a reminder, my car's in the shop. I will have to pick that up today, and I'm expecting to get a call from them at some point during this run. So if I do, I'll be taking a break after this run to go get that, just so y'all know. Double ion and a defense 2 drone. Okay. Damn, I keep forgetting a pre-igniter. Ha! Wow. I got the 2 drones I don't care about offline. And of course, he's got value point and shields. Why wouldn't he? Okay, good dodges though. There it is. There it is. Beautiful. At least we can't go below 1 shield because the doubles ultim, so that's good for us. Oh, he dodged just enough to not die. Come on, bro. Man, if I could get sensors and use mind control offensively, that would be very useful. It's kind of weird that you gave this ship no sensors at all. It's interesting. Twitch is Rand's pimp, and FTL is his specialty, like some services are flexible. Rand just yells a lot. Okay. What broke on it? What broke on what? What? What, Renus? What broke on what? I'm confused. Sorry. Did I read your comment too late? And, no. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, this guy's got an insane setup. Okay. Hopefully we can one-shot that. Nope. Insane dodges to go with his insane 3 shields, hold and shield, and insane weapon system. Hey, what's up? Not Kirkies, not Cirkies. Is that you say your name? Damn it. Can I have some dodges, please? Nope, we can't. Not enough anyway. God, you are so strong. God damn it, man. Alright, well, game just wants me to be salty, I guess. Just trying to get the salt out of me. I just need to run away from this fight. I can't get a full volley of my weapons offline because he's hit my weapons 3 times now. This game's a piece of crap. Game, you are a piece of crap. Get me the hell out of here, man. Jesus Christ. How come I can't dodge anything, man? And how come my shit is loading so goddamn slowly? God damn it. Salt is included in RAN services. Sometimes it's required. That's right. Oh, God. Okay, get rid of this. I know you don't want me to sell them, but I want to win this run, so I'm sorry, we Titans. We're selling useless things, and those things are not going to be useful for the rest of this run. So we're going to repair this. We're going to get some dodge. Do you have hacking? You don't have hacking. I need hacking for this run. Because we just don't. With 2 weapon slots, unless we get a, unless we get a flak 2, which I don't want, which would actually be useful here. I need to get some more shots to get through shields. Some way to get through shields. Oh, is my car broken? Oh, what broke on my car? That was your question. It overheated. So I looked it up and it looked like my radiator had a leak. I tried to get my car home, or not home, but to the mechanic. I refilled the the coolant because it's bone dry, and when I drove for about just a couple miles, it started overheating again. I checked, I pulled over, steam was coming from my car again. The coolant was still in there, but my radiator was still overheating. So when I got it towed to the shop, the guy said I had a crack in my radiator. So apparently my radiator cracked. And this is right after I had to replace the control arms on the front of my car, and I had to replace the accelerator a month ago. So my car is just, pieces are just falling off this thing. It's just too old. So I need to get another one. I just can't afford to do it. Man, we could have a flackening if we could, but we can only have 2 weapon slots. So it's a cracked radiator. Good times. Good times. Get backup battery. No sensors and no no hacking. The 2 systems I want, and I cannot find them. All right, let's go ahead and get just get third shield here. Who cares about dodge? We got missiles, I guess. What about defense drone, Bing Chong Lee? You want me to get another one? I don't like getting multiple defense drones. But hey, getting Zoltan Shield will be really nice. See, I have 8 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. Big Pimpin' Twitch, please. We doing Big Pimpin'. R-A-N-D. We doing Big Pimpin' in the chat. Okay. I think you're quoting a song that I don't know. I'm guessing a song called Big Pimpin', but I'm not familiar. Not a big R&B or rap person, so. When I consider looking for groups or meetups to meet new people, you don't think about looking for your current hobbies, but new hobbies. You've never had a good opportunity to work with my hands, like woodwork class or whatever. That's a cool idea, Max Destro. I'll have to think about that. Looking for a group for new hobbies. I mean, I've been doing stuff to get out. Like I've been going out and rollerblading at a big long trail in Dallas for the last couple of months. Thing with that is it's kind of like going to the gym. You don't really talk to other people. You see other people, maybe even smile at other people. Don't interact really with people doing that. So not a great way to meet people, especially when you're on rollerblades, because you're either going faster than the people running or slower than the people biking. So I couldn't like go the same speed as somebody and chat with them. Really, it's kind of an interesting thing there. All right, we need to now save up for a hacking. Hacking is the one thing we need for this run. That's some fire stuff right there. My dad has had like 3 of his cars basically be write-offs due to radiator leaks. Write-offs. GoFundRand.com. That's a real URL, by the way. I have no idea who that Rand is and why he's getting a free car. Why he's getting people to fund him a new car. What do I want to get training on? You know what? We can get you to here and help deal with this guy. One of your errands today is to go to the walk-in ortho clinic to hopefully get more progress on tracking down WTF is wrong with your legs. Maybe I should take up knitting. Knitting? Not a hobby. I mean, I've done some sewing, actually. I did some sewing the other day to try to put a pocket on one of my Christmas caroling outfit pieces. Wow, we got a crew kill there? That was random. All right, free mantis, though. Wow, so much free crew. You've met a few people cycling on the trail, but it only happens when you're stopped or if you happen to see one of them elsewhere. So you get that, yeah. I mean, the 2 or 3 times I've interacted with people while I was on the trail was when I embarrassingly fell while rollerblading because, you know, it's pretty easy to fall while rollerblading or doing that kind of thing. You meant to use the defense drones in that fight a while back. Oh, okay. It's not the delay, Bing Chong Lee. I'm delayed in keeping up with chat because I'm out of practice with not having done it for a week. Can we start a Help Titans Move Out by JuneFund.com? Okay. Hopefully we get Zoltan Shield because I don't need more crew. That's for sure. Alright, he actually can't get through our shields, so we're safe here. You can't keep up with the bike? Sounds like you're not trying hard enough. Well, most bikers, when they're on a trail, are like, you know, working out. So they're like, you know, pumping their legs really hard and going pretty fast. And the fastest I can go on my rollerblades is not going to be anywhere near as fast as a biker can go. I mean, I don't know if you've not biked much or rollerbladed much to know that. I don't think. I mean, maybe if I was a speed skater, I don't think a speed skater could keep up with a speed biker. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's bigger wheels. I think that's just physics. Do I fall into some hot babes? What? What are you talking about, We Titans? You got to find someone who lives that hashtag skater life, just like you. I don't know if me going and rollerblading once a week, maybe twice a week, when it's not too cold outside or raining, counts as me being hashtag skater life. How did he get through? Okay, I guess he just got the perfect combo there. Could you not dodge over half my shots, please? Thank you. First guy I met on the trail was because he stopped after getting stung by a bee in the right temple. That was very painful. He helped me find my glasses, though, which was nice. Oh, my God. That is... Wow. Stung by a bee in the right temple. That sounds kind of horrifying, actually. When the radiator leaked and his car overheated, it caused a blown head gasket, which meant major labor costs to repair, so I ended up selling the car to find the mechanic when that happened, yeah. Or selling the car to the mechanic, yeah. Well, when I was looking up what could cause, you know, the steam and radiator issues, one of the things they said is do not drive it to overheating too much or else you could blow a gasket, or it could be caused by a blown gasket. And so I was like, oh, God. So that's why I was very careful. That's why I got a tow truck. That's why I paid $170 to tow the car to the shop to avoid having to have my car just no longer work because of a blown gasket. The repair on the radiator is like, I think the guy says it's going to be $300 something. So between that and the God, words are hard when I'm playing video games. Between that and the tow truck, it's like about $500 something that I'm having to spend on my car after spending about $600 or $700 on the control arm replacement and stuff. So it's like $1,100 to $1,200 I've had to put in my car in the last 3 weeks, I think. Damn it. All right, thanks, Envoy. I'm so happy to see you. I'm not happy to see you, Envoy. Not happy to see you. All right, I guess I'll go put you on, I don't even know, over here. So I can put Envoy here. Actually, let's have the guy who's not trained at all in there. When you're cycling on the trail, you average 18 to 20 miles per hour. You'd be impressed if a rollerblader kept up. I've gone slightly faster than slow cyclers, but that's very rare because most people who are cycling on a trail are working out. You're trying to push yourself to get exercise. So. If you have skates on, you can just grab on the back of their shorts and cuss along behind them to talk while you have your hands on their ass. Yeah, and I'm sure strangers would just love me to do that. We'd have to really hit it off for that to not be me, you know, harassing people I've just met on the trail. Pretty sure random attractive woman on the trail would not appreciate me grabbing their ass and say, hey, I'm just hitching a ride. That's the dope hashtag skater life stuff right there. It's not clingy. So hard to drive for a living. Once you factor in all the maintenance, Uber needs to pay more, yeah. My dad drives a limo, and the only way he makes any money is when rich dudes get drunk and give him huge tips. I mean, I've kind of done calculations, and I do make money from when I do Uber and lifting, but it's not that much. I mean, when I calculate it, I make between $15 and $20 an hour. But when you subtract maintenance from it, it's probably more like $10 to $12 an hour for all the extra money I have to put into my car because all the mileage and gas and everything. So that's why I don't actually do that much Uber and Lyft driving when I can avoid it, because it's definitely not as lucrative as... I don't know if my Twitch streaming would be more lucrative than my driving. But there's less investment in it unless you count how much I spend on internet and video games and stuff. But with the games I play, I don't spend a lot on video games, actually. Good. It's not harassment if you pay them. No, then it's... wait, I think it's still harassment if I pay them, actually. Pretty sure it just still is. Then it's prostitution. All right. This is an interesting sentence to arrive to. What's up, Cthulhu? We've had a lot of interesting discussions today. Just a normal rant stream, that's for sure. Okay. How are you doing, my friend? It's been a while. Are you looking forward, Cthulhu, to the new PoE League? I think that starts tomorrow, actually. All right. Here's a call. This is probably the guy saying my car is ready. 1 second, my friends. Alrighty, my car is ready, so I can go spend 300 bucks and pick it up. So after we finish this run, we will take a break for me to do that. Because I just love spending money on my really old car. There's a choir that rehearses on Wednesdays at my local bar. I keep meaning to look into that. You sang in a choir in college. It was pretty fun. You get the oxygen high without the exhaustion of exercising. I will agree with you that singing is more of a workout than some people think. However, it's not going to be the same as exercising. I'll let you know. I would say what is singing a good workout for? It burns a decent amount of calories because you're using a lot of brain power and energy. I guess maybe you could say lung stuff, but it's not really your lungs. People talk about working out your lungs. The lung, I don't feel like you actually work out your lungs. You more work out, if you're breathing correctly, the muscles around your abdominals. Transverse abdominis and stuff like that. Wow, free 2 hull damage. Perfect. Is the lung a muscle? I guess the lung is a muscle like the heart, right? So maybe you'd be working it out. I don't know. I never think of the lung as a muscle. Hey, Rand, I gotta head off, but I'll check the VOD on YouTube. Nice, Queen Fox. Thanks for hanging out and stopping by. We'll see you later, my friend. You're pretty darn hyped? Yes, nice. Yeah, I ordered her. What? No, she's supposed to have more hair on her head than me. How large is her forehead? That's not the bride I ordered. No, that was not my bride. What is that called? Phone call-in bride. I know you're referencing that thing that I can't think of the word for. Phone order bride, something like that. Exercising has all those amazing endorphins. Delicious, delicious endorphins. Diaphragm? No. EMSAs, that's actually a common misconception. That people think you do something with your diaphragm. The diaphragm is a muscle, but it's an involuntary muscle. So you can't like... we had a voice teacher in college that drilled this into us, that when choir teachers or other people say, do something with your diaphragm, it's usually them not knowing how breathing works, because the diaphragm is involuntary muscle. So it's like saying, I don't know, what's another involuntary muscle? Make your heart beat faster. Like, what do I do to do that? Ugh. You know, you can't. You have to like work out. You have to do something that gets your heart rate up. You don't turn your heart on faster. That sounds like I said something else right there. You don't turn your heart up. You don't make your diaphragm go faster. You do something with your breathing that the diaphragm will be affected by, basically. So, singing like playing a wind instrument helps cardiovascular endurance. Okay, there you go. Lungs are moved by muscles, but the lungs themselves are not muscles as far as I know. Okay. That sounds medically accurate, probably. No, I went to Domino's, not a dominatrix. What kind of pizza place is this? You will say for sure that the lungs are not muscles. They are controlled via muscles. Okay. I'm pretty sure that, well, the diaphragm, I think, is probably one of those muscles, because the diaphragm, what it does is it's like it's a sheath over your, I think your stomach area, and when it goes down, it kind of pushes your parts of your abdominal cavity down to expand room for your lungs or something like that. I don't know. It's been a while since my classes, but it's a common thing for choir and vocal teachers to say, breathe from your diaphragm, but it's one of those things that one of my voice teachers would say was the worst thing you could tell people to do, because that will make them do things that they don't mean to do because they don't know what that means, because you don't actually have conscious control over that. So you've come into an interesting conversation. We've been having lots of interesting conversations today, that's for sure. How are you doing, Celiacs? You know, that's not how you say your name, but I like to say it that way. I will sell 6 drone parts, because we do have drone recovery arm. If you have cancerous teratoma in the lungs, they could be partially muscle. Okay. That sounds like not the kind of muscle you want to have in your lungs. I really do need to just get hacking. It's actually nice to see a defense drone that works after watching a ton of viewerships on YouTube. Yeah. Well, I mean, NG ships are good for that because they're small. NG ships are probably the best ships of the vanilla ships for non-Steve drones, I would say. Don't your lungs work based on a vacuum or something with the diaphragm drawing the air in or something? I think it's something like that, because like when the diaphragm goes down, I think what that does is help create a vacuum in the lungs to bring the air in or something like that. Because when we're taught proper breathing technique, what we're taught to do is to open up the abdominal area. You loosen your abdominals, the front abdominals. I think there are other ones that flex. But you're basically opening up space lower. We think down and out when we breathe, not, you don't raise your chest like some people like, you know, when you move your shoulders. That's the wrong type of breathing. You actually want to open up down low to fill in the lungs to their fullest capacity. Maximum point of inspiration, I think, is what my voice teacher called it. And I think it does have to do with creating space, which creates a vacuum in the lungs for them to fill with air or something like that. I forget all the little physical things about it, but yeah, it's something like that. In sports, you're supposed to breathe from the belly. Yes. I'm pretty sure anybody who talks about proper breathing technique is going to say you don't breathe from the chest or anything like that. You breathe. It's not really from the belly because your belly is your stomach, but what's happening is your diaphragm is pushing down there. That's kind of what you feel. You feel a low expansion when the lungs actually fill up properly. So yeah. Better or worse than the more common growth of hair and nails? Oh, you're talking about muscle stuff again or something. I don't know. Okay. Fun fact: when people learn to properly play the bagpipes, they can breathe in and out at the same time. Oh, is that like that circular breathing thing? I think that was one thing that who's that soprano sax player that was famous talked about doing. He never had to take a breath because of circular breathing. Kenny G, I think, is that same technique. I think it's called circular breathing. But I don't think it's technically what it sounds like, because I think what you're doing is you're keeping some air in your mouth while you take your breath through your nose or something. I don't know. I never really researched it, but it's kind of a weird technique. Was my voice teacher a bard? Circular breathing is pretty sweet. You don't actually breathe in and out at the same time. Air only passes one way in the windpipe. Yeah. I think it's slightly misleading, but it is a technique that's you got to train and get some really good control over where to store the air and stuff. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think I researched it a little bit at one time, but I never really fully figured it out. Sounds like you were taught to breathe in the same way I was taught in soccer. Breathing from the belly allows you to draw deeper breaths and fill your lungs up further. Yes. Yes, that is... okay. You go in there and fight him, please. That sounds like similar technique. But I mean, that's, I'm sure, common knowledge for any type of skill that requires correct breathing, I guess you could say. Okay, great. We're stuck fighting a damn fire here. Alright, Steve drone is no Steve drone. I didn't time my weapon firing that time correctly, though. Damn it, you boarded me again. How many crew do you have? Jesus. Yeah, at least he's not running or anything. I'm pretty sure the way I learned Kia emphasized rib musculature, but that's a pretty niche breathing technique. I would say that sounds right. When I've heard Kias for martial arts, it's probably a very similar using low I can't talk. Low breathing position. That doesn't really make sense with what I'm trying to say. proper breathing technique would probably help your kias and martial arts, if that's what you're talking about. Okay, we have a lot of people to heal here. Oh, we almost got them all here. Let's see. You learned a lot of stuff about bagpipes in Scotland. Your buddy plays bagpipes. The power comes from the belly. I think your voice teacher had useful advice for singing, but diaphragm is involuntary muscle is not totally right. Okay, how does the diaphragm work, Max Destro? I think his point was when people tell you to breathe from the diaphragm, you don't know what is the diaphragm if it's not an involuntary muscle, because he always told us that, and I always assumed he knew what he was talking about because he did a lot of studying with ear, nose, and throat doctors and other technicians and stuff. If it's not an involuntary muscle, how do you control the diaphragm? It's not like, a bicep where I'm like, I am contracting my bicep and I'm relaxing my bicep kind of thing. What's the, hey, there's hacking finally. You gotta go. You just popped in to express your deep hype for Conquers the Atlas. So have a good one. All right, we'll see you later, Cthulhu. Obligatoria Salah Nahe Cthulhu. Okay, great. The topic of Scotland. The funny thing is either being an Englishman in Scotland or an American in Scotland. Okay. Man, we could have had 3 flax by now. All right, let's get sensors. Do I want home bay? Because I'd be interested to hear more from somebody who knows more about musculature, a doctor or a physician of some sort, about how the diaphragm works, to see if he was actually correct or just making a point for singing purposes. What is Conquerors of the Atlas? That's the next expansion for Path of Exile, I believe, is what that is. Do I want... What could I get from a store? I got hacking. Pretty much... I guess hull repair drone or drone recovery arm would probably be worth. So let me go ahead and... Let's check the stores here. Yeah, Cthulhu and I both play a lot of Path of Exile. Him more than me, but... that's one of the things I chat with him about occasionally. I can't tell you much about biology except for what chefs learn. That's where generally the biology shows you natural lines to cut. Oh. So that's like, has to do with musculature of meat that you're cutting, I guess. That, we could have had a full flak inning if we just had more slots. Sad times. Okay, we're going into Sector 6. Let's get level 2 hacking. And one thing I don't have an issue with is power this run, that's for sure. Your Googling says it's both voluntary and involuntary. Okay, so he was correct. I think he might have actually said that. I think it's only voluntary when you're like hyperventilating or something. I can't remember exactly. I think he might have mentioned that it's both voluntary and involuntary, but I don't remember when it's... This is going to sound gross, but I think the voluntary might have something to do with pooping, actually. Because... yes, and I did just say pooping on stream. One of the things he talked about is when you support correctly, the action is... You create a pressure. I'm not sure if that uses the diaphragm. I don't think so. That's more closing off the vocal cords to create a pressure, and that's learning how to support correctly. What that's involved in. But I don't think that has to do with the diaphragm. I don't think I can get a kill here. I can leave at any time. Okay, all right. Maybe you can get the fuel here. No, it's no big deal. It's more if the ASB is going to hit us. If we dodge the ASB, we will finish this. Never mind. Damn, we didn't dodge it, so we don't need the fuel that much. Rebel Stronghold, let's go. I resent that statement. Okay, Cthulhu. Like with a chicken, the legs and such, when pulled taut, will show you where to cut it. It's rather cool. Oh, interesting. Kind of morbid, but interesting. I guess when you intentionally breathe, that's voluntary. When you aren't paying attention, that's not voluntary. When you hiccup, that's involuntary. I don't know. So when I take a breath, am I consciously doing something with my diaphragm? From my voice teacher's perspective, you are doing something with your abdominals and stuff because you're opening up, you're opening up your abdominals. There's like this expansion of your ribs when you breathe. But am I consciously pushing down on my diaphragm when I do that? I don't think I am, but maybe I am voluntary. His point was that telling somebody to breathe with their diaphragm is like saying, I don't know, punch with your back shoulder muscles or something. It's like if you try to do that, you might force yourself into do something incorrect. But I think that was kind of his point. But I don't know. You only take my POE out a mile on Sundays. I think you're making a joke that I just don't understand. Cthulhu, which happens a lot with you, so I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. Breathing is really weird. It happens when you're not thinking about it, but you can choose to take a breath when you want to. Yeah, and the thing is that's a little confusing is when you're breathing as a singer, you are voluntarily doing it. And you are controlling it. So that would make it feel like that would be a voluntary thing, but his points about not doing work that you shouldn't do, I don't know. Ion. Shields. Okay, well, I'm going to hack your weapons then. Make sure, hopefully I don't take damage here. Beautiful. Has something to do with pooping because of the screaming I do after drive-through tacos. Okay, great. Here's the fun thing. You are now breathing manually. Diaphragm is skeletal muscle, so that makes a little more sense. You're supposed to be gone. Yeah, I thought you had left already. Stop talking and leave, sir. I mean, I'm so glad you're still here, Cthulhu. It needs to be 3 p.m. Eastern already. Tired of work today. You have off tomorrow. Nice. Day off. So good. That's what I did on Monday. I took Monday completely off. That's why I didn't stream, so I could rest my voice for my big gig on Tuesday, but days off are the best. Okay, you only have 1 shield, so do I hack you? Is that a defense 2 drone? If I get 3 shields, it can't do damage to me, so I am going to hack shields. I control you. I actually don't need level 2 hacking here. You're making a conscious effort to breathe, however, the action of it is still a somewhat automated processes of the body. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds right. Like I am consciously, purposefully breathing in a certain way, but I am not thinking, all right, extend my muscle here, or something. I am not saying, do something with my diaphragm or something. Professor Ukulele, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to stream, my friend. I don't know. You can't assert my will upon my diaphragm more than I can upon my heart. Yeah. Like, again, I don't. It's been 13 years since I graduated from college, so I don't remember a lot of the stuff that he said. But he was a smart guy, and he did a lot of research, so I think that what he's saying was accurate, at least in terms of how it affects singing. So, I mean, his name was Dr. Jones. He was a doctor. Everybody believe what I say. I'm a doctor. Aimed at shields and hit his engines. Just flak things. A funny thing to mess with you, your life is basically on a roughly 6-minute timer, but breathing resets it. Interesting. Be a nice, a bit broke at the moment, stupid roof, shakes fist at roof. Or you have, oh, that's right, you're having to spend money on broken roof or something, aren't you? Hack my shields, eh? Damn. At least he can't dodge, so we will finish him here and hopefully take more damage. Good. Cassius Baker, Captain of the Braves, has entered the sector. Okay. Who is that? Is that you in FTL? Just recovering from laser eye surgery, and I'm supposed to stay off computers, but you're an addict. Ciaran, do what your doctor tells you. Don't hurt your eyes, because you're an addict. Close your eyes and listen to the stream. Turn off your screen. But you need to take care of yourself, my friend. Don't mess up your eyes because you are just spending. Don't make bad choices. I can't talk. Talking's hard. All right, my phone's going off. Let me check this real quick. I think it's about Christmas caroling stuff. A gig that I think might be either canceled or confirmed. 1 second. Okay. All right, so that's a Monday gig at Perot is confirmed. Good, I have that one. Great, I will respond. I am so happy. Okay. My roommate is a heavy smoker, and I swear he has lost his involuntary breathing. Sounds like he's struggling for breath all the time. Just walking through the kitchen. Yikes, that's pretty scary. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad. It's bad. Diaphragm is the pressure control valve of the body. It's why if it fails, you have to enter an iron lung. Ah, interesting. So going into an iron lung is because of a failing diaphragm. I did not know that. The body has so many automated processes that we only have some control over, like clenching a fist. You don't control each individual tendon, right? Yeah. Dr. Jones, calling Dr. Jones. Another fun psychological trick is asking someone how the itch on their nose is. It doesn't itch, damn it! That's your FTL OC. Cassius Baker is the human captain of the Crystal Cruiser Type A. Nice. You forgot. It's the Rand busy season carol time. It is, Lego Pirate. It is. And my car broke down on the way to a gig the other day, so I've had a stressful couple days, and that's why I'm going to have to go pick up my car between runs here in a bit. Alright, so we want empty jumps for under construction flagship. Rand on phone. I told you I wanted ham on my Dominoes and pineapples on my Dominatrix. Now how much longer on my order dominances? Dominoes. I think you can spell Dominoes there, but okay, great. Oh, what? How did I fail that? Alright, it didn't explode at least. Alright, so mind control you. Hopefully that'll pull the pilot. Did not. This should pull the pilot, right? Damn it. Pilot, don't be so dead set on doing a good job. Do a bad job. Why the hell won't the pilot leave? How many crew do you have over here repair? He must have a repair drone or something. All right, we just have to hit the pilot in here. I still might not get him. God damn it, the freaking ion intruder drone hit my hacking, so my hacking's taking even longer to come back out. Okay, get on sensors so I can mind control the guy repairing this. Yeah, we should be fine now. There we go. What an annoying fight that crap was. Also, anyone who reads this has officially lost the game. What? You dropped a sewing needle on the ground and can't find it. Damn. Okay. My weapons are not that good. I need a halberd beam or something instead of the heavy laser. Since I have hacking. I could get level 4 shields. Let's get one more dodge here. Let's get sensors upgrades so we can use the mind control offensively if I don't have crew in there. Wait, Rand, do you not know about the game? I guess I don't know about the game. What is this game you speak of? See if I hit this first volley. Nice. Is that a meme that I don't know about? It could be a meme that I am not familiar with. There are many memes I am not familiar with, since I'm a boomer, apparently. No, I'm not a boomer, but I know about the boomer meme, which to me is one of the dumber memes of the last couple of years. Is it a mental needle, Titan? You could use a magnet to find. Oh, metal. Mental needle. Use a magnet to find your mental needle. All right, where my under construction flagship at? Let me look around. Investigate. Quest marker. Okay. Let me introduce you to it. The aim of the game is to not think about the game, because if you think about the game, you lose the game. It is impossible to win the game. Wow, sounds hard. I think I just lost the game. Okay. Well, that's a dead end. We'll see. If this gives us extra jumps, I might go there. You haven't heard about the game in 10 years, and I was happier for it. Effing hated that game. Never trust these rebels. Reject him and out execute him on the spot. We do not trust these damn rebels. Besides, he's a filthy human. Why would I ever voluntarily take a human? I'd have to give away my Rand card. Damn, I forgot that. Wait, I only use level. Damn, I only use level 1 hacking when I was on this play. Yeah, defense strong. Some people may go years without losing the game, but if you think about it, you must proclaim you have lost the game, causing anyone nearby to lose it. Some people cheat at the game. I have never heard of this game. It's so weird. Reminds me of the stupid thing that my friends did in high school, where what was he was getting somebody to say what, and when they say what, you say D's nuts. And that was the entire game. The dumbest game ever. You say, hey, did you hear about that? What? D's nut? Stupid game. Is the game like the D's nuts thing? I think it's the D's nuts thing. You remember that one? I wonder if that was a 90s high school thing. 1, 2, 3. You know, this quest could be worth. I think I'm gonna do it anyway. I got level 2 and a bunch of stuff. Hopefully possible blue options. Now you have Rand, and now I'm sorry for introducing you to it. Because I now lose it, you know what? It's alright. You cannot feel bad about it, because I don't care. I don't care about this stupid game. Oh, that means you lose multiple times if you do that. You can never play again if you say something like that. Shot. You know what my favorite Greek tale is? The story of Bophadism, the cousin of Achilles. I've never heard of Bophadism. Or are you trying to get me to say, what's that? And then you'd say, D's nuts. But I didn't. I said I've never heard of that. So I beat your D's nuts game. I like the Casterus Ligma thing. Oh, Ligma balls. They're such stupid. You know who makes these games up? Horny 18-year-old teenagers in high school. That's who make these things up. Because getting people to say things like these nuts or Ligma balls is the funniest thing in the world if you are under the age of 19, I guess. Or of any male gender. I guess it's always fun. The game is a meme in the non-internet sense, but also the internet sense, and it is interesting. Observe it spread around a group. Alright, we can get rid of our filthy human. Oh, crap, it's you're my weapons guy. I do have Envoy for weapons. Alright, we have to get rid of the human. It's the only correct option. So Envoy go beyond weapons. There. Now we have slightly better anti-boarding, but lost our weapon training. probably not a worthwhile trade. He was invulnerable save for his one weakness, and that's the story of Bafadis. Both of these nuts. Bafadis nuts. Okay. So stupid. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful Wee Titans. More like 12 years old? I don't know. I'm almost out of fuel, and I didn't get the under construction flagship, so this is not looking good right now. Oh, we're just going to hack weapons here. We have good anti-boarding, so we can do this. We can mind control him. Hack the bomb so it doesn't go offline. Have you had a Zoltan sitting in that empty room this whole time? Yeah, I did. I have so much power that it doesn't really even matter. Damn, I should have fired the heavy laser right before. But yes, I did have a wasted power there. The ship started with so much power because of Wee Titan's design for the whole lots of drones thing. Damn. Bomb hit my one weakness, my weapons room, I guess. Okay, no more weapons for you, sir. Stop repairing that. That's, I guess it dodged nothing to hit. Oh, okay, that actually hit. Bofades, it's funnier when spoken. Yes, like many things on the internet. It makes way more sense if you're not reading it. Do I take the fuel deal? No, I'm going to be greedy and hope we still get fuel. All right, we got even more fuel. Beautiful. Bofades was dipped into the Riviere Save for his nuts. Sorry. Okay, whatever. Great story. So glad to hear about this lovely story. Okay. So we know our only chance for the under construction flagship is here, and then we get maybe a couple more jumps. Come on, RNGesus. Although I don't have shields for this, so that was kind of bad. All right, let's let our shields come back here. High school, secondary school in the UK is just a bunch of horny people going about stressed out and such. Yes, it's a pretty good description of high school. All right, 248 scrap. Do I get... I still have another sector, so I'm going to not buy force shield, because what if we get blade beam, halberd beam, something else cool? Yes. Nice. Okay, well, okay. Here's another combat drone. We still have drone recovery armor, right? Yeah, okay. So I could just start... I'm gonna buy all the fuel. I could just start using all my drones for some crazy offense here. Upgrade my hacking to level 3. And then let my drones go off. Let's start doing that. Let's start making use of all these drones we have. The twist on the story of Achilles, who was dipped in the river Styx by his mother. Yeah, I know the story of Achilles. Wow, that's a lot of ions. Jesus, game. God, I need cloaking right now. Okay, let's hack your weapons, I guess. Is that what I do? Yeah. Beautiful. Now he can't run. And I have his weapons hacked for a year. Can't dodge any shots. Yeah, I know about Achilles. I did a paper about Achilles or something at one point. I remember reading about Achilles in high school or something. You like talking about Greek mythology? Does your Ace Alex name? No, your name is Ace Alex. So Asiliax actually sounds like a Greek mythology name. You should pronounce your name that way. Asiliax, Lord of Hades. Assistant to Cerberus. Lunch is over, so you'll be looking as it's a busy day. All right, Em says, enjoy our looking, my friend. Okay, all right. We're going drone mode here, I guess. Going full-on combat drone mode here. Alright, what am I looking for here? I guess I just get force shield. We're like done. Our build is done. I don't need anything from the store, right? Triple combat drone is going to be pretty badass. We've only done a build like this a couple times. 7 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. You are the god of mispronounced names. God of mispronounced names. What a thing to be the god of. Actually, let's do this. The weakest god in the entire pantheon. Okay, that guy's losing that fight. Oh, interesting. Somehow I got them to fight each other. I'm not sure how that happened. God of mispronounced names. That's funny. Well, never mind all my errands. You feel like you're gonna puke when you're not sitting down. Yikes. Honestly, I could go on about Greek mythology for hours. You could list off the Big 12 Olympians and what their domains are, and it's starting. Okay. Have you ever played Smite? Because if you're a big, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, big lover of things godly, Smite is kind of cool in that way. Fight the engine ship. Damn. Well, I get 3 combat drones. Next ship I fight has got triple defenses against that. That's just amazing. Okay, that was my defense drone. I heard fire. Nice. Okay. You looked into it, but it's not your kind of gameplay. Yeah, it's a MOBA. So if you're not into MOBAs, for sure. Although I play only the modes that aren't the MOBA modes myself, so. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to mind control the pilot. Fire the shields. Beautiful. What's up, David Rosenberg? It's finally a RAN stream, I know. It's been a week or so. And it's been a crazy busy week for me, so. Apologize for the non-streams, but it's that time of year. Only got a couple more weeks of the craziness, though. I'm not sure if I can take damage. I actually can't take damage from this guy. The double dolphins and shields are protecting me so nice. If you play Smite, you'll get to play as your favorite god, while your favorite god's brother calls you racial epithets. Epithets. That's always been a weird word to me, epithets. For some reason, I want it to be epithets. The H in epithets is in the exact wrong place for me, for some reason, for where I think it should go. It's such a weird word. You're definitely not in school right now watching instead of paying attention. For some reason, I don't believe you. Not sure why. All right. We're hacking weapons here. I just got a fire beam drone. God, what do I hack? What's scarier? The fire beam drone, I think, is slightly less scary. Start doing their thing. We're going to wait till this is about to fire before we fire our volley. So we're going to fire at the drone control. Actually, no, we can just fire everything at the weapons. Correctly. Surrender. How did we not get a shield down? 3 power weapon system, weird champ. 3 power weapon system. Oh, you're talking about them or me? They have a 4 power weapon system, and I have a 5 power weapon system, so I'm not sure who you're talking about there. Have you ever tried switching the P and the H in toothpaste? Toothfaced. Sounds like a really weird way of saying shit-faced. Toothfaced. To be honest, an underrated value of the Greek gods is how flawed they are despite being, well, gods. And my god, are they flawed. My God, are they flawed? There's an interesting sentence right there. Is the word God sounding weird to anyone else? No. Been working more days and longer days at work. Working more days to try and save money. And their hours of kicking your ass. Okay, could you not hit my weapons and shields one time, you piece of crap? One time, please. I have pre-igniter. I don't want to jump without my weapons pre-ignited. I don't want to jump without my shields online, so hit anything else, please. Shields every damn time. Okay, I guess we're just going to jump right before the next one then. Because you are annoying and stupid. That's right. I called that pulsar stupid, and I don't regret it at all. Did you miss a weapon? You only saw basic laser and flak 1. It was a flak 2, David Rosenberg. That's what you missed. He had a flak 2, not a flak 1. Like Zeus will F anything not nailed down. Yes. Yes. I'm going to try to not use drone parts here. I want to try to do this. I'm going to try to not use hacking drone parts, I guess. There we go. That's not running. We're good. Beautiful. Man, triple combat drones, pretty darn good. I'm actually lower on drone parts than I thought I was, but as long as our drone parts don't get shot down, we're in good shape. He would definitely screw something nailed down. Like a main reason, majority of the problems in Greek mythology is because him not being able to keep it in his pants. Yeah. Yeah. Triple combat 1, yeah. And that's with us selling a no, we didn't sell one. Thought I sold one earlier, but I didn't. I sold 2 boarding drones, boss boarding drones that I sold. Finally get to use my missiles for something, and it's for a little fuel that I don't need. Alright, what you got? Ship fight, okay. Hence the creation of the Minotaur. Really? A cow? Or a bull? Well, I guess it would have to be a cow, right? Not a bull, because a bull wouldn't have offspring. Who knows? Greek mythology is weird. Maybe a bull gave birth to a Minotaur. I don't know. Greek mythology is weird. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, repair station could get me drone parts. I mean, our base location is actually in a really good spot too. So, all right, let's cut 4th shield. All the power, and we are looking set, man. Whole new meaning to beating your meat. Wow. No, Zeus himself didn't screw a cow. He turned himself into a bull and screwed another woman. Oh, is that what it was? He was the cow. Or bull. Okay. God, mythology is so weird. Let's see how well this works without using hacking. Just 3 drones in my weapon system. It's not running. Should be able to do this. The Minotaur's mom really was a cow, huh? Whoa, rude. Oh, wait. Wait, didn't... They like to turn people into animals in Greek mythology, didn't they? Was it a woman turned into a cow? And then he turned into a bull, too? I don't remember. Because wasn't the whole Iliad, didn't they get like turned into chickens or sheep or something like that? Loki turned into a lady horse and effed a horse and gave birth himself to Odin's steed. That's so weird. Oh my god. I guess ancient Greeks were really into bestiality, huh? Is that what we're learning today? The whole Greek mythology is filled with horny people, exception being Artemis, Athena, and Hestia. Okay. You're also playing FTL. You're trying to unlock the crystal ship. Nice, Vax told you. Well, I wish you luck on that ridiculous, ridiculous challenge. Alright, well, 3 shields. We're just going to use all of our drone parts here. Crap. Well, I've already done it. Alright, we got that drone offline, so we can actually kind of use this. We only had 1 drone get destroyed, I think. So we got two offensive drones still doing their thing. Doing their thing. Ain't no thing but an offensive drone thing. And then there was his wolf kids and endless serpent son as well. Whole thing with Greek gods is anyone who offended them was turned into an animal, and they got offended by a lot of people. Oh, don't hit me. Nice. Good job. Non-Steve drone. Oh, but Steve... He's not a Steve drone, but he did get himself killed. All right. Offensive drone did good work. You're playing on easy, so... Well, you know, if you haven't unlocked everything, playing on easy is a good idea. I would recommend that, actually. The mother of the Minotaur had Daedalus, father of Icarus, and designer of the labyrinth, to build her a fake cow, which she climbed inside so that a bull could mount her. God, Greek mythology is weird. I feel like all mythology is weird. I don't know. I'm not going to go into religious stuff because I'm sure I'll offend somebody, but it's just crazy. All right. I wish I could have 1 more power. I think I'm going to get back to battery upgrade. And then maybe we'll get like doors as our last thing. You playtest all your ships on hard? Oh, okay. That's fine. You don't have to, but I appreciate that. I'm going to let that through and hope he doesn't hit me. Okay, piloting is fine. Lore that reminds you of the medieval torture device called the Iron Bowl. That was called the Iron Maiden. Or maybe that's a different one. But I always just think of the Bill and Ted thing when they says, put them in the Iron Maiden. Excellent! Execute them. Bogus. Did we kill that human? I'm not sure. Alright. It's pretty good. You shot down 1 of the missiles. I'll take it. I think we can actually get cloaking off before we get the second floor. Beautiful. These guys are actually hitting good rooms. Great job, defense or offensive drones. 1 damage, phase 1, not bad. Let's not even talk about how Roman mythology is literally Greek myths, just a few more gods and different names. Wasn't it Zeus turning himself to a cow and screwing with a woman? You're pretty late for this run. How many runs have you missed? This is the first one, Hakaneb, and this is going to be... I'm going to be taking a break after this one because I have to go pick up my car from the shop after this one, but we will be back later after this run, so... Anybody who's only here for right now, I will be back after this run, but it's going to be a little bit of a break, so. Has Wee Titan's always been mod? He's been a mod for a month or 2. I made him a mod off stream when he asked. It's gone by both names, the Iron Bull and the Iron Maiden? Okay. Best way to understand the Greek gods is to think of them as the personification of the emotions. Really? So is Zeus lust? He's always trying to get it on with everything? Humans have come up with many ways of execution and torture. Just human things, right? And why they should be... All humans should be vented. Damn. Ouch. Not good dodges on those missiles, but it's alright. Only 2 damage from those 2 missiles. So not terrible. Iron Bowl was a metal bowl they put you in, with the only air hole being through a horn out the bull's mouth that makes you scream into mooing. Then they light a fire in the bull's belly and cook you alive, while only mooing comes from the metal bowl. Yeah, there were a lot of That's horrible. Cool. I'm a they. Sorry, we Titans. They. You. You is neutral too, right? Apologize. Zeus is the emotion of being a creepy old dude who screws young women. Basically lust. Okay. Great. You've been trying to be more assertive about your pronouns. No offense. It's healthier for you to be assertive about it. All right. Cool. I'm not offended. I'm not offended. I sing with a person who also prefers gender-neutral pronouns. It's a hard habit to get into, I'll tell you. When you've lived 37 years of your life never even thinking about something like that. It's just kind of a hard habit to break. Okay, we're going to get through this like really fast with these guys. Who are you? Where am I? What am I watching? You're in the Rand stream. I don't know where you are, but it's the year 2019. And that's all I got for you. Alright, missiles don't wreck me. Hit my weapons. Alright, value point was good. Yeah, we're through. So we can probably stick this out because we're already done with dealing with borders, which is great. Just gotta get a decent dodge here. Oh, he fixed the weapons already. Nice. Nice. No weapon hit. We're golden, man. This looking like a 0 damage phase 3. GG cookie time, my friends. That's a GG cookie time. First one in like a week. Feels good. Feels good. It's year 2019. You can now legal F and marry your cow of a wife and have Minotaur babies. I think that depends on where you are, because I'm pretty sure that's not legal in many parts of the U.S. I'm not sure because I don't pay attention to all of the laws and politics and stuff. All right, let's check the score. 50-98. Cookie time. We beat the game, and we earned that cookie. Thanks again to Biohazard for that. So, that was the... What was that ship called? The Laxy Boy, or the Lazy Boy. I keep calling it Laxy Boy because I think your first thing misspelled lazy with an X. So I just call it the Laxy Boy. I think it's only like 5 countries in Europe to do anything. Europe Lega to do anything adult to enemies. Animals. Okay, that sentence had some misspellings. I'm not exactly sure what you're saying. All right, my friends. So that was the Lazy Boy. Let me mark it off on my list here. From our good friend, We Titans. Where was that ship? We Titans. Where is it? The Lazy Boy. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, my friends, is I'm going to be taking about an hour break. I'm going to order a lift to take me to pick up my car. So I'll hang out with you all for just a little bit here while I get my lift ordered.